Hi everyone, we are Anthony and Adea Salem, and as many of you know, we are on a journey to adopt 4 precious embryos into our family. We thought we'd just take a few minutes and answer some of the questions that we've received over the last few weeks, and they're the things that come up most frequently. One of the things that comes up a lot is our age, and I think that's because people look at us and say, well, you know, you're kind of mid-age now, is that not too old? And so, honey, are we too old for this?
I like being classified as mid-age, 56. No, I feel great. You feel great in your 40s.
I feel good.
We've got 9 children, a lot of stamina, a lot of energy. But above and beyond that, it's a philosophical question. I would ask anyone out there to consider this. What is better, to have an embryo be thrown away or frozen indefinitely, or being able to be placed in a loving home, to be given a chance at life, a life that has purpose and meaning by God? So I think that's a no-brainer, don't you?
I do think so too, and I don't think God ever calls the perfect people. No. I think He calls those who are willing, and then He equips them with everything that they need to do it well.
That's right. Another question we get is, why choose embryos who have only about a 20 or 30% chance at life?
Yes, this is something that has been of concern even to our clinics, is why have we chosen these particular embryos who only have a very slim chance at life? Well, the truth is that we did not know this going into this adoption. We did not know when we were matched with these 4 embryos that they had such a small chance of survival. But there's such a bigger picture involved here, isn't there? You know, this is not about their chance of survival and us, and this is about a genetic family on the other side of the country who have prayed for 10 years for somebody to rise up and give their babies a chance. They matter. They matter to God, and they matter to us too. And so when we were told that these babies only had 20 to 30% chance of one live birth, were we disappointed? No, not at all. Not at all, because our God in heaven is sovereign, and He already knows the outcome of this, and it honestly just doesn't matter. If He wants one of those children to have life, He's going to give them life, if they have a 5% chance even. Absolutely. So it's all in His hands, and we just trust completely.
Absolutely.
One of the other things that comes up a lot is the size of our family, and how do we do this, and how in the world are we going to do it with more children? You know, this is another thing that's in God's hands. But as a dad to 9 children already, how do you spread the love?
Well, I would ask any parent out there who has more than one child. Like us, when we had Connor, our firstborn, we thought, gosh, how can we possibly love another child in addition to him? And then Kellen came along, and we're like, wow, how could we have been so silly in the first place? And then being conceived with a 3rd child, thinking, well, how are we going to do that too? And what's happened is that God multiplies the love. Love is not divided. And so it's kind of proof to us that love is something from God, and He is love. It's only from Him that with so many children that we can love each and every one, right?
Yes, I was just remembering when we had Connor and I was pregnant with Kellen, and he was coming 17 months later. I was agonizing, and Anthony will agree. I mean, I was just so concerned about how I could love another baby as much as I loved my Connor. And I look back now, and it's just a God thing. God just enables every parent to love additional children with the same kind of love.
Yeah. And right now, we're getting closer and closer to that journey, and a question we've gotten is what kind of medication will you have to be on, and for how long? How would you answer that?
Yeah, the medication issue is a big thing for women, and a lot of you precious women have reached out to me and said, well, you know, what about the drugs? It is a very real concern, and yes, I will have to take medication. It's part of the process. It's part of preparing my body for accepting the embryos on transfer. It's hormones that I'll have to take for about 5 weeks, I believe, and we should start that quite soon. You know, we see this as just part of the journey. We see this as me giving these babies the best possible chance at life. Will it be pleasant? I don't know. Different people have different side effects, and you know, it's one of those things again that I just trust that God is sovereign, and that He's never going to give me, you know, more than what I can cope with. And so we'll just embrace it and accept it and trust God one day at a time.
Absolutely. Well, we really appreciate the support that you've been giving us, and the outpouring of love, and we couldn't do it without you, or Snowflake for that matter. Right?
Yeah, oh goodness, the people at Snowflake have been unbelievable on this adoption journey. They have become like family to us, and I'm so, so grateful for their love and their support, and just for the way that they have guided us in every step that we've taken. And just in closing, I also want to thank every woman who has reached out to me, who has either done embryo adoption, or moms who have conceived children in their 40s. Thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for encouraging my heart on this journey. And it's just so nice to know that, you know, we never really do journey alone, do we?
We
Never.
don't. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you for being with us. We appreciate it so much.
Very great.